So in Germany, we have the dual system of or dual system of workforce development. And the dual is quite a simple concept. It means that business and the state, in the form of a type of school, we call it professional school, the closest thing here is the community college, are in it together in an integrated fashion from beginning to end, from thinking about what kind of jobs, are there new jobs, what qualifications, how should the training centers look, how does training perform, then there's apprenticeships, earn to learn programs, the trainees spend their time in a modular way, part-time learning on the job, part-time learning the theoretical knowledge they need in school. But the essence of dual means business and the state in form of a school. And it works pretty well. We've seen the numbers of youth unemployment. It serves our industry quite well, so we consider it a form of best practice. German companies know how to do this. They're very familiar with it because it's a system that's nationwide and comprehensive for all kinds of jobs. German companies practice it here in the United States. Big companies like VW, if you don't mind, I'll mention some of the other big ones, Siemens, Mercedes, BMW, Wacker Chemie, they all do a similar thing as VW. They come here. One of the first things they set up is the training academy. And they have the resources within their big corporation to do their part, to bring their corporate training in, and they partner usually with a community college. They do that standalone solution for a big company. But the majority of our 3,600 or so German companies that have invested in the USA aren't big global corporates, but are small and medium-sized companies. So they usually don't have the resources to do a standalone solution. When from the embassy we go around the US and we ask German companies, what are the challenges you face here? The number one issue is finding and retaining the properly skilled workers, especially in the medium skill space. And they tell us that, yes, there's a heavy competition for the highly qualified people, but there's not a systemic problem. The US university produce a lot of good engineers and natural scientists and so on. There's not a systemic problem with the US universities. But the training for the middle skill set between high school and university, the kind of worker, we call it qualified worker in German, Facharbeiter, the people you need for an advanced manufacturing on the factory floor. There they say, and pardon me for being frank, the US system doesn't deliver. From the embassy, we developed something called the Skills Initiative, which tries to address this need of German companies. Our point of approach is not to give the US government advice on the educational system, or to try to transfer our dual system over here, or to talk about K through 14. That would, first of all, no one asked us, and second of all, it would be biting off a bite too large to chew. But we think we can do something to meet the need formulated by German companies, and that is that in the most basic form we say, spread the best practice and connect the dots. Now there's good practice at home in Germany and some of our European neighbor countries. The system is known. The big companies practice it. Some of the smaller companies have gotten together and formed local groups, and that's what we're trying to promote. Going around the country, finding out where the clusters of German-owned companies are, clusters in certain industrial sectors, and regional clusters, and motivating them to form groups to represent their interests in common, and to set up very practical forms of cooperation in their community to transfer some elements of our dual system. And again, the most basic form being business and the community college working together in an integrated fashion.